shut up. That's crazy. Because I just stopped my video at 5555 accidentally. Anyway, but she's out here talking about all these life events that happened, and you know, without her therapy and different, you know, practices that she's been doing for a decent amount of time, she would have felt like her life was completely ending, not be able to handle it, just like fall apart. And I'm like, oh, well, I'll finish. And then she was saying that now instead of saying that, she's just like, well, at least my life's interesting. At least there's always a story to tell. And I'm like, if that isn't like getting older, like I feel like that's some fucking grown shit. And on God, I'd be feeling that way. Like sometimes I'll just be laughing about something that's so serious. Like I'll just be like, oh my God, of course they would, talking about fucking fascism and imperialism and Zionism and all the isms. Because if you don't laugh, you might cry. You know what they say. And I also feel like you just start like becoming a man of little words. Woman, all man. But just like I feel like I have always been a yapper, and I always will be, but my yaps are getting more refined. Like the words are getting, you know, streamlined and just polished. In essence, I'm just becoming an old head, is what they tell me. So they being my boyfriend's younger brother. No, and my brother. He's fucking 18, 17. Not 18, that'd be crazy, but he's turning 17. As if that's different. Yeah, those kids be on the brain rot, skibbity toilet special. I don't know about that. I can't hang with that part of the internet, but it is crazy how I just want to be more intentional with my words, you know? I'm really mindful about what I say. Energy is everything. And it's like, I feel like sometimes you have to be in the right mindset or frequency for something to resonate. And then you're like, damn, that hits so true, you know? For instance, just like at least if there's a story to tell, like always looking at the upside. Come on now. That's such a like healthy, healed adult thing to be doing. But yeah, there really is. And I just find myself coming back to all these random little sayings, just quotes, and I'm like, damn, that's so fucking true. I'm like, oh, you really ate with that. Live, laugh, love. No, I'm kidding. But fucking for real, like there's some truth in there too. Can't even lie. So yeah, I mean, I think that's also alchemy or transmutation, where you are constantly spinning things positively. And I just feel like if you want to be successful in this life, I've been seeing personally and outwardly how true it is that you have to just find an upside and attract the positive and be the positive and embody it. And what you embody will manifest, genuinely, like good or bad. And it's really not super personal, but I also feel like there's other people's energies who have free will interplayed in that. So it's like God, divine, universe, whatever you want to call it. I use the words interchangeably because, no offense, they're all the same to me. Different occasions, I feel called to use different words. That's how I view it. And I respect everybody else's opinion as long as you're not being violent or hateful, because I don't fuck with that shit. But it is just crazy how, well, pause, because I'm missing my thought. But basically, I think the caveat not all God out there influencing everything. I think we're more powerful than we give ourselves credit for, and you can use that power for good or bad. It's up to you. So I think that's the message here. And I feel like that's probably another cliche saying, but dude, they be hidden. They're real. But it's also so true that you need to be in the right mindset, because there's so many things that I've heard forever that kind of went over my head, and now they're like sinking in there, and I'm like, damn, really give me something to chew on, you know? Alright, fellow star children, have a good rest of your night, and thanks for coming.